upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled between misty hills and shimmering lakes, there lived a curious 10-year-old girl named Mira. She had shiny black hair that danced in the wind and eyes that sparkled with wonder. Mira was not like other children. While others waited for bedtime to end, Mira waited for bedtime to begin. Why? Because every time she closed her eyes, she visited a different place. A place where the sky shimmered in shades of gold, animals spoke in rhymes, and magic floated like pollen in the air. This was the land of dreams. But Mira wanted more than just glimpses. She wanted to go beyond the surface dreams, to reach the core of the land of dreams, where no child had ever gone. That place was said to hold the book of endless wonder, a magical book that wrote new dreams every night for every child in the world. One night, as the moonlight peeked through her window, Mira felt something odd under her pillow. She reached beneath it and found a tiny silver key glowing softly. Attached to it was a note. To the one who believes, the door shall appear. Mira sat up, heart pounding. She whispered, I believe. At that very moment, her bookshelf creaked and slowly slid open, revealing a swirling blue portal, humming gently like a lullaby. She stepped in, and her real journey began. Mira found herself floating in a sky filled not with stars, but with whispers, gentle voices of children dreaming all around the world. Don't be afraid, said a voice behind her. She turned to see a talking cloud named Nimbus. Nimbus was fluffy, kind, and a bit forgetful. I'm your guide, he said. To reach the heart of Dreamland, you must collect 3 dream crystals, one from the Valley of Lost Wishes, one from the Castle of Forgotten Lullabies, and one from the Forest of Flickering Fantasies. Only then could the path to the dream core be unlocked. Nimbus and Mira descended into a valley glowing with fallen stars and glimmering rivers. Wishes hung in the air like bubbles. This is where forgotten wishes come, said Nimbus. Mira heard the wishes around her. I wish I could fly. I wish I had a friend. I wish Dad would smile again. Mira found a small shy creature named Whimsy, who had lost her ability to dream. Mira gently reminded her of how special her dreams were, and as Whimsy began to remember, a brilliant blue crystal formed in her hands. You've restored a lost wish, said a glowing star. Take this crystal. The first is yours. Next, Mira arrived at a floating castle with music notes swirling through the air. But everything was silent. Inside, she met Sir Snorealot, a musical knight who couldn't remember the melody of sleep. The castle was crumbling because children had stopped hearing lullabies before bed. Mira sang a lullaby her grandmother used to hum. Close your eyes, the moon will guide through starry dreams on silver tide. Slowly the castle lit up. Notes flew into the air, forming a golden crystal. Sir Snorealot bowed. You have rekindled the music of dreams. The second crystal is yours. In a dense, glowing forest where leaves turned into butterflies and trees whispered secrets, Mira faced her hardest test. Each path flickered with possibilities. One showed her becoming a famous adventurer, another a quiet gardener, one a lonely wanderer. She had to choose the path her heart truly desired. She followed a faint light that whispered, follow not the grandest dream, but the truest. She found a clearing with a mirror tree. Looking in, she saw herself, smiling and helping children around the world through stories and dreams. As she accepted her truth, a purple crystal bloomed from the ground. With the 3 crystals, Nimbus guided Mira to a floating staircase made of moonlight. At its peak stood a door with no handle. Mira placed the crystals into a star-shaped slot and the door swung open. Inside was the dream core, a grand hall with rivers of ink, floating pages, and the mighty book of endless wonder resting on a pedestal. It opened as she approached. Blank pages flipped and words began to appear. She came from belief, carried kindness, sang forgotten songs, and chose truth. She is the keeper of the dream key. The silver key she had found now glowed brighter and transformed into a quill. A voice spoke from above. Every dream needs a guardian, someone to keep the magic alive. From that day on, every night Mira would return, writing new dreams in the book of endless wonder, not just for herself, but for children everywhere. She met dream creatures, dream foxes, moonfish, wisps, and even grumpy little creatures called snorebugs. She helped them all with her wisdom, laughter, and stories. One morning, Mira woke up in her bed. Everything seemed normal, but something had changed. Every time she looked at the stars, she heard faint melodies. When she read stories to her younger brother, magical sparkles floated in the air. And under her pillow, the silver quill still glowed. She had become a dream keeper, and she knew the land of dreams was always just a belief away. Morale: belief in oneself can open magical doors. True dreams are not always the biggest, but the most heartfelt. Kindness, curiosity, and courage are the keys to every magical journey. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like for more videos.